Public speaking. That is what many people tend to do when they hear the word public speaking. Come on, public speaking is not a death sentence, all right? Welcome to the Diction, Public Speaking and Etiquette Show brought to you by Unique Accent. My name is Catherine Onyejiaka, and today we'll be talking about 4 public speaking tips you should acquire. But before we delve into that, click on the subscribe button if this is your first time of watching our video, and click on the bell icon to always be the first to get notified when we post a new video. Talking about public speaking. Why do people dread public speaking? 2 major reasons. Fear of not knowing what to say, fear of being judged. Now let's talk about the 4 tips you need to acquire. The first is practice. Trust me, the word practice can never be overrated in public speaking. You always need to practice, no matter how much you know about that topic. Always practice. Rehearse your script. Don't say, oh, I already know it. I'm already perfect. Why do I need to practice? No. With public speaking, no one is perfect. Everybody makes mistakes at some point, right? So you always need to practice. Number 2 is look good. Let me tell you something. Before people get to hear you talk, they get to see you. And if you're not looking good enough to captivate their interest, you may not get their attention all through your speech. So make sure you're not looking disturbing. Make sure your hairdo is okay, your makeup is okay, you're looking good, you smell good, everything about you should be okay. But remember to leave it moderate, all right? Don't overdo the dressing thing like you're everywhere. Feathers here, no. You don't want the attention to be just on your looks at the expense of the message, which is the most important thing in public speaking. You understand? So look good, because looking good is good business. And when your dressing looks appealing to them, then they would want to listen to you. The next is work hard on your introductions. Let me tell you something. I believe the way I introduced this topic was captivating. I want to believe you were captivated. That is it. You need to work hard on your introductions. Don't be so conventional. Every time people get to hear you speak, they get to hear the same introduction over and over again. That is not really good enough. Don't be too predictable as a public speaker. When you're predictable, you become boring. And when you're boring, you lose your audience attention. So that's it. Be spontaneous. Be unconventional. Be unpredictable. You understand? So let your introduction do the talking for you, because if you lose your audience's interest within the first few minutes of your introduction, you may as well lose their interest for the rest of that speech. So you need that first few seconds or minutes to captivate their interest. Let's assume someone is operating their phone while you're giving a speech, and they just scroll through their phone, and then you get hold of the microphone. You make a word. Just a word will make them drop their phones to listen to you. But if you're talking, you're giving a speech, and everyone's still on their phones, then you know that something is wrong. Yes, you don't have their attention. So you need to work on your introduction to grasp their attention. The final point for this episode is acquire speaking experience. You can't just wake up one morning to say you want to address a crowd of, or an audience of 500 people, when you've never addressed even 50 people all your life. How do you want to do it? Do you want to perform magic? So you need to acquire speaking experience. Start with smaller groups, okay? Now, when I say acquire speaking experience, I mean learn from your failures. Yes, as a public speaker, we fail, we learn from our mistakes, and then we apply what we learn to our next speech. And that's the way we grow. So you need to engage yourself in various speeches. When you're in a meeting, always have that zeal to want to make contributions. Don't be the type that always concurs to what everybody says, but you never get to say a thing. Alright? So, acquire speaking experience. Start by speaking in smaller groups before you advance to a larger group. With this few points of mine, I hope you've been able to grasp one or two things about public speaking. Until I come your way again, remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel to learn more from Unique Accent. My name is Catherine Onyejiaka. I'll see you in the next episode.